Racer number 33, Brett Hill.
Hey everybody, Kenny here, Sagebrush Soul, and today is the first day of announcer season for Sagebrush Soul Art and Entertainment. We're headed from Twin Falls, Idaho to Rigby, Idaho to pick up my announcer stand for the weekend. It belongs to the Rocky Mountain States Hill Climb Association, which is a snowmobile racing association. I'll put their info in the description below so you can check them out and actually hear me do what I do there, because I won't be filming it because I'll be working. For those of you that are new to the channel and have been checking out all my projects and all that other kind of stuff, those are things I do for fun. But what I do to put food on the table is I am an announcer. Mostly motorsports these days, but it actually started in rodeo. No, it actually started, I was a DJ. No, it actually started in the FFA. But I've been announcing for, I think, over 25 years now, doing it full-time for 5 years. We'll get into more of that. But today we're gonna stop at a cool little roadside thing that I have been kicking myself for not stopping at, and I wanna share it with you. It's called Register Rock in, what's the name of that town? Near American Falls, Idaho, and that'll be our first stop on our way to Live a Little Productions headquarters. Stay with me. Register Rock is a historic location where pioneers on the Oregon Trail would camp and leave their mark for later travelers to see. The main rock in the park is now fenced and covered to protect it from vandalism and erosion. There are picnic tables and vault toilets, but camping is not allowed. Doesn't take much imagination to visualize a wagon circle at this place. Maybe even some pioneers doing a little laundry in the aptly named Rock Creek where it runs into the Snake River. Must be getting closer to the races. We actually have some snow. Starting to get dark, a little chilly. Brittany has got a roast cooking, so let's get to Rigby. Realizing a lot of the viewers don't know what Live a Little Productions is. It's a entertainment management company is what we call ourselves. We don't like to call ourselves promoters because there's so many people in the business that have given that a dirty, dirty name. We mostly do motorsports, but we also do concerts and things of that nature. It all started off with truck and tractor pulling. Skylar and his sister run competitive pulling trucks. But now our biggest gig is monster trucks. That's mostly what we do. And we have an incredible freestyle moto team. And we do a lot of fair shows, and then we do a lot of self-promoted shows. There will be a ton more in the coming months about Live a Little Productions, and you will become very well acquainted with all the incredible people that make the wheels go round on that company. Still about an hour away from Live a Little, so I think we're gonna travel there by Snap. And we're here. Let's go meet the crew. You can see me or not, but the first person that we're gonna run into is Hazel. She's a big gal. Hey, Hazel! Hey! What's she doing? Maverick!
Hey!
It's easier to show you about Maverick than tell you about him. Speaking of showing, we're about to see his newest contribution to our events. What exactly is it that we're going to see, Maverick?
A trophy truck.
Holy crap. Get out of here. Dude, that's pretty cool. Have you taken it for a rip yet?
I have.
Yeah.
Sounds cool. We'll get to see Mav drive this a little later on, so keep watching. Based on my SD cards, the whole day and a little bit that I was at HQ, all I filmed was Skylar and Brittany's new baby Hemi. Last time she was on YouTube, she was still in her mama's belly. Good morning, everybody. Whole day has gone by. I didn't do any filming yesterday because we just knuckled down and got a bunch of video work done for Live a Little. But it did snow. We got some snow, and the roads are a little slick and icy right now. But we're gonna take it easy. We're gonna head for Geneva, Idaho today. Cut through a corner of Wyoming, and if there's anything cool to look at on the way, I'll stop and give you a looky-loo. We've just passed into Wyoming now, and you can see a rather dramatic change as we enter the Star Valley of how much more snow there is here. And honestly, for this time of year, this is a very small amount of snow compared to what's usually here. When I left Rigby this morning, it was 21 degrees. When I left Twin Falls the day before that, it was 62 degrees. And I'm only one state over now. Quite different here than it was at home. We got some snow, which is a good sign because we're going to get some racing in. Another probably about an hour and 20 minutes to go. We're going to make a stop up here somewhere and take a little break. This area right through here is very near and dear to my heart. This is where my dad was born, up one of these little draws up here. Never had electricity until he was 13 years old. I remember my dad, not my grandpa. No electricity, and my family may correct me on this a little bit, but I don't think they had indoor plumbing until the 70s. I remember very well coming up here to my grandparents' house and my mom bathing us. She'd get water out of a spring, put it in a boiler, and it'd go into a clawfoot tub, and that's how she'd bathe my brother and I when we would come up here. But I don't think that they had actual indoor plumbing until, like I say, the 1970s or something like that. I'm not going to get into a whole lot of the story about it right now, but my dad died when I was 4 years old. His family and influence very much affected me. I love Wyoming. After a short break, we make the final push over Salt Pass. It's about 30 miles of steep and winding roads, and it can be real hell in the wintertime. Finally, we get to the hill. My duties today are to park the trailer and get it all set up and ready to go in the morning. It's pretty early in the day, and this is just a fraction of the snowmobiles that will be here this weekend. Absolutely gorgeous. Just barely jacket weather. Once the racers get to the hill, they test each sled to make sure it's reaching the right RPMs for the altitude and temperature. Keith is going to let us hop on and show you what that looks like. After I got all set up, I drive over Geneva Summit, 14 miles to Montpelier to get to my hotel room so I can start editing this video and get rested up for the morning. The drive to the hill in the dark with blowing snow is not my favorite. I'm going to give myself plenty of time to get there.
Nolan Phelps comes in with 1:11.32, 1:11.32. Aaron Buchelman with 1:04.49, off and running right now.
Just you two. I think we got a little snow today. 2 days of racing went fairly smooth for the first race of the year. And I'll say it again, I can't really film while I'm working. So check out the Rimshaw link below to see a free live stream on Facebook. The racing may have gone smooth, but the drive back to Live a Little did not. Almost wound up using my kit that I put together in my other video. After driving nearly 100 miles on shitty roads, traffic came to a standstill at Swan Valley because of a crash. Brittany's brother Kaysen, whose fire department covers that area, was able to find out the road was going to be closed for the night. The nearest hotel room that had a vacancy was all the way back to Afton, Wyoming, a 60-mile backtrack. And I did this pushing through snowdrifts with my front bumper. I've got a ton of family in this area, and they're not going to be real happy that I didn't reach out to them. But I was pretty grumpy and my nerves were shot. Needless to say, trying to film through drifting snow in the dark was futile. But this footage driving back to Swan Valley the next morning after the plows had gone through gives you an idea of what I was dealing with. The still drifting snow near Ridery made for some pretty slick spots you can see here. Once I got to Live a Little, the plan for the day was to kick back and enjoy the big game, but first we had to test out Maverick's trophy truck. And as always, the big kids had to give it a try, starting with Uncle Kobe. And then, of course, his mama, Brittany.
This is how I justify all my purchases to my wife. I let her drive them. And then they're okay.
Good morning. It's about 9:30 in the morning. I am 15 miles away from home. Put in a little better than 3 hours of driving so far this morning. Had a good weekend. Just gonna go home and I'm gonna get this video edited and we're gonna turn around and do it all again next weekend. Will be a little bit more about the hill climbs. We'll talk about that. I'm gonna find somewhere cool to stop on the way, taking a little bit different route to the same location on the next video. If you want to see what happened this weekend, you can go to the Rimshaw Facebook page and check out all of those live feeds on there and see and hear what I do there at the Rocky Mountain States Hill Climb Association. I realized I didn't put a lot of that in here. In fact, I didn't even have a chance to video the trailer. Still not used to filming every little thing that I do and setting up a camera for it, but I will get better. And hope you'll join me next week for another look at announcer life with the Rocky Mountain States Hill Climb Association. My name's Kenny. This is Sagebrush Soul, and may the best of your past be the worst of your future.